The term voyage has several meanings, but one of them is to take a trip without a specific destination, especially for fun. Travel smoothly at a moderate or economical speed is an additional strategy. Riding cruises like the 2023 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 fall into this criteria. A cruiser is a long, low, heavy motorbike that is common in America. It often has a huge air-cooled V-twin engine and the insignia of storied companies like Harley-Davidson or Indian on the tank. From Royal Enfields have been manufactured continuously since 1901, the same year that Indian was founded and 2 years earlier than Harley-Davidson. That portion of the company's history has been covered. However, Royal Enfield developed cruisers in a different way. This Super Meteor 650 is the third version to be created on the 650 twin base by Royal Enfield. The Continental GT and the Int 650 are the initial two, both making their debuts in 2019. Its 648cc parallel twin engines with big cooling fins, SOHC with 4 valves per cylinder, including a one-piece forged flywheel balancer with intervals firing, are shared by all three. Degrees, or 270. The 9.5:1 compression ratio engines uses normal gasoline and has Bosch-provided injection and engines control. The twins receive a new engines covering with a darker finish for Super Meteor. Teams at the company's development facilities in the UK and India collaborate to create every new Royal Enfield. The Super Meteor 650 underwent rigorous testing and validation using cutting-edge laboratory rigs and apparatus, as well as an estimated 1 million km on varied highways. The motorcycle withstood rain, deep water, muck, altitude, and adverse weather conditions, while its engines sustained 1,500 hours of use under varied duty cycles. A Universal Models the 650 Twins was created to be affordable for as many riders as feasible. The engines has a smooth throttle reaction, minimum vibration, just a twinge of tingle, and controllable power. It starts eagerly, idles softly, and cruises at a calm cadence. The engine is rated to produce 46.4 horsepower at 7,250 revolutions per minute and 38.6 pound-feet of torque at 5,250 revolutions per minute, just like the Continental GT and INT 650. Yes, they are modest stats, but the powerful Meteor 650 feels revitalized while accelerating at 80 miles per hour and accelerating from a stop. The proper cruiser, according to Royal Enfield, has a comfortable driving position with a little lean towards the rider's torso. In contrast to the long, low cruiser's prolonged, backward-curving cyclist triangle, the Super Meteor cyclist sits more erect, and the ergonomics support lengthy periods of time in the seat. The Super Meteor 650 is a well-made motorcycle, much like the other 650 twins. Its tubular steel spinal frame was created in collaboration with Harris Achievement, which has since been acquired by parent firm Eicher Motors Limited. Investment casting, pressing, extrusion, with forged were all used to create it. A V-shaped rear frame that resembles those of previous Royal Enfield models like the Bullet when Meteor 350 is located behind the seat. The first inversion fork produced by Royal Enfield, the non-adjustable 43mm Showa separate functions large piston fork up front, features 4.7 inches of journeys. The twin shock at the rear features a 4-inch traveling range and a 5-stage preload adjustability. Even on rough roads, particularly those awful speed bumps, the damping conforms with little force, and the rear springs are powerful enough to withstand the weight of the body. The only disc, which is held by a 2-piston floating caliper and measures 320 mm in diameter in front and 300 mm in back, has respectable stopping power and comes standard using ABS anti-skid protection. The 531-pound Super Meteor easily avoided obstacles because to its small tires, 190-19 and 150-80-16, compact wheelbase, and broad handlebar. This Super Meteor 650 LED headlamp, housed in a satin-finished bezel, is a first for Royal Enfield. Throughout daylight hours, attention is drawn by bright white light. An LED tail brake light is mounted to the rear bumper. A center stand, which is a basic feature of the Super Meteor, makes chain cleaning easier. The Super Meteor 650 is the most expensive motorbike made by Royal Enfield to date. From the bow to the harsh, there are intriguing features like the engraved Royal Enfield emblem bar in the headlamps. Forged aluminum with a hard anodized appearance is used for the handlebars, risers, clamps, upper and lower yokes, plus headlamp mounting. The reach of both hand levers is adjustable, and the switch cube is made of aluminum with a satin finish. Large gauges with an analog speedometer and an integrated multifunctional screen are examples of dual speedometers. The Tripper navigating systems, which offers turn-by-turn directions, is housed in the smaller display. The 4.1-gallon teardrop-shaped tank has a Royal Enfield insignia in the shape of a meteor that mimics the company's vintage wing design. The gasoline filler cap made of brushed metal is stunning to look at. Gold stripes on the handmade tank, which is one of the hues, are added by the same brothers who have been employed at the Chennai company for years.